Welcome to Talk the show, where we help you sound like someone who actually knows what they're saying, even if you're just barely holding it together. Today, we're talking about communication. Not the vague just be confident advice, but actual, usable stuff that'll help you sound clear, credible, and maybe even impressive. Let's start with the obvious. Communication matters. A lot. You could have the smartest idea in the room, the best solution to the problem, or the most experience, but if you can't explain it in a way people understand and trust, it doesn't really count. That might sound harsh, but it's true. And this doesn't mean you have to become some sort of public speaking machine. It just means learning how to talk so people actually listen. And that starts by cutting out a few bad habits, starting with filler words. Like, so yeah, you know, all those little words that creep in when your brain's buffering. They don't help. They make you sound unsure, even if you're not. The fix? Pause. Seriously. Just stop talking for a second instead of filling the silence. Pauses aren't awkward. Stumbling through half sentences is. Next, you gotta match your tone to your audience. You don't talk to your friends the same way you talk to a teacher or a judge. That doesn't mean you're being fake, it means you're being aware. Adults want you to be clear and respectful. Friends are fine with casual. Kids? You've got to slow it down and make it interesting. If you're using the same tone with everyone, you're probably losing someone. Another big one, reading your notes like a robot. Look, I get it. You write a script, you want to follow it. But if you stand up there reading word for word in a monotone, people check out. Fast. Memorize your ideas, not your sentences. Know what you want to say, and then say it in your own words. That way, if you mess up a line, you don't freeze. So now that we've covered the don'ts, here's what actually works. Start by figuring out the one thing you want your audience to remember. Just one. If you don't know it, they won't either. Then, build everything else around that. Practice. Yeah, out loud. Into your phone. In the mirror. Whatever works. Practicing in your head isn't...
This audio was created with Podcastle.ai.
In the mirror. Whatever works. Practicing in your head isn't enough. You won't know how you actually sound until you say it. Trust me, you want to hear the awkward parts before everyone else does. Then, there's pacing. Some people rush through their whole speech in one breath. Others go so slow you forget what they're talking about halfway through. You want to hit that middle ground. Clear, calm, and focused. If your audience looks confused, slow down. If they look like they're fading, pick it up. And please, keep your language simple. You don't sound smarter when you use big words, you sound like you're trying too hard. Nobody wants to hear a 9th grade presentation that sounds like it was written by a law firm. Say what you mean, clearly. That's what sticks. Let's talk real-life situations for a second. Say you're giving a class presentation. Don't just wing it. Structure it. Start strong, give them something that grabs their attention. A question, a fact, even a short story. Then lay out your key points. End clearly. Not with so, yeah, that's it. Wrap it up with intention. Leave them with something to think about. Jokes? Sure, if they fit. But don't force it. This isn't open mic night. Make them smile if you can, but if the joke doesn't land, just move on. Don't draw attention to it. Definitely don't say get it. That's worse. To wrap this up, here's the bottom line. Communication isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about being clear, being heard, and being understood. You don't need to sound like a news anchor. You just need to sound like you actually care about what you're saying and that you believe it. So here's your quick checklist. Drop the filler words. Match your tone to your audience. Practice out loud. Know your key point. Keep your structure clean. Don't memorize the script, memorize the message. Speak with intention, not just because you have to. And keep it real, people can tell when you're faking it. That's it for this episode of Talk the Talk. If you're heading into a speech, presentation, or just want to sound less awkward in conversation, this is your starting point. No gimmicks, just better communication. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
This audio was created with Podcastle.ai.